What is the deal, YouTube? What's the deal, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So this is some breaking fucking news, and it's some huge fucking news. Brock Lesnar may return to the UFC at UFC 200. This is according to MMAfighting.com and a couple other very serious websites. It's also right now trending on Twitter right now. So everyone is definitely talking about this. But let's take a look at some of the information that SB Nation is reporting. The UFC is in serious talks with former heavyweight champion Brock Lesnar to have him fight at UFC 200 on July the 9th in Las Vegas. Multiple sources confirmed with MMA Fighting. Both sides are close to finalizing a deal. And if all goes well, Lesnar's return to mixed martial arts could be announced imminently. While talks are progressing well between Lesnar and the UFC, an opponent for Lesnar isn't close to being finalized. It is unclear at this time who is under consideration. Now, if you know the history of Brock Lesnar and the UFC, you understand how much of a success he was and also how many problems he had, because he had health issues the last time he was in the UFC. Now, my problem with this whole fucking thing is the fact that Brock Lesnar did have those health issues, and I wonder where he is as far as those health issues, because from what I've heard in the past, some of those health issues were actually life-threatening. And I don't want to see him come back to the UFC and have his life threatened, because that's the reason why he left in the first place. Now, the last time we saw him, he was getting absolutely destroyed by the steroid man, Alistair Overeem. Destroyed him was the last time I saw him in an MMA event. I mean, the guy's big. He's got a ton of power, but he is old. He's old, and there is a lot of stuff that he still needs to learn. I mean, he still doesn't really have a great submission game. His stand-up is a little bit, how can I say it, stiff. But if he does hit you, he's gonna cause you some serious problems with the amount of power that he has. But my major concern for the UFC, what I would be looking at if I was the UFC, I know they don't give a fuck. They don't care. They wouldn't give a damn if this man got into the cage and died in there, because the only thing they're thinking about is their fucking bottom line. But my thing as a fan of Brock Lesnar and as a fan of the UFC is, where is his health? How is his health going to correspond with this move back to the UFC? That is the only problem I have with it. Where is he physically? Can he physically get back into the cage and not be a risk? Is he healthy enough to fight in the octagon against the best heavyweights in the world in real fighting? Not that cartoon fucking storyline made up bullshit that is the WWE. Can he do that? And no, I'm not dissing the WWE. But I am saying that the WWE is a soap opera for men. It's not even close to being the same shit. Can Brock Lesnar step into the octagon and be healthy enough to fight real fights? I'm trying to look. Trying to remind myself, what was this health issue that sat him out the last time? Because there was something, how a deadly disease, here we go. This is back in 2015. How a deadly disease, you can call Brock Lesnar a lot of things. And let's just look at this. Yeah. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at this article. For those of you guys that didn't know about this, we'll talk about what he actually had. All right, here we go. In 2009, Lesnar was diagnosed with mononucleus. Doctors later discovered it was a serious case of divert diverticulitis. Diverticulitis is an extremely rare and painful disease affecting the colon, and it causes all types of serious complications with the digestive system. This condition required surgery in 2011, and Lesnar had a a foot of his colon removed. His illness, which took its course during his time in the UFC, was much more serious than he probably even realized. Brock Lesnar went undiagnosed for quite some time. According to the Bleach report, Lesnar fought in the UFC for over a year without knowing he had the disease. Later detection could have led to more serious health risks and even death. Even with the risk of rupturing his insides from body shots he sustained in the UFC, Lesnar did not let his condition rule out a potential return to the octagon. So that's what I'm talking about, man. We know this guy. I mean, that's my only concern. Does Brock Lesnar have the health to go back into the octagon? And like if I was like if that was my buddy, my homie, I understand he, the man probably loves, mixing it up, getting in there, and whatever the case may be. He probably loves that shit. He probably loves getting in there. But if he was my homie, I would seriously question him on this move. Do you have the health to do this? Do you have the health to get back in there, get back in the octagon, and put your life on the line against some of the best, some of the very best? JDS, Stipe Miocic, Fabricio Verdum. Does he have the health to do it? Would be my only question. Anyway, man, yeah. Brock Lesnar could possibly be making a return to the UFC. If he does it at UFC 200, it's going to be huge. I just hope this man is healthy, and I hope he's not just seeing dollar signs, because I know he's making a shit ton of money with the WWE. But I just hope that he's healthy and he's able, to go out there and compete healthy. That's all. Anyway, man, tonight we have if I'm awake, we will talk the fights. We'll talk about all the fights that have happened tonight. We might even do a live stream for the main event between Rockhold and Michael the Count Bisping. I will probably also cover Beterbiev versus Moderna later on tonight as well, if I'm awake. I don't know if I'm gonna be awake at 10. I don't know if I'm gonna be awake anywhere past 10 o'clock. Anyway, man, let me know how you feel about this possible Brock Lesnar return to the UFC. Peace.